Being an NFL fan is a tough, often thankless endeavor. You pour your heart and soul into your team's fortunes, and unless you're the lucky group whose team is holding the Lombardi Trophy at the end of the year, you dealt with some level of disappointment along the way. Watching your team battle through injuries, bad luck, bad calls, and more is a tough emotional business. Oh, and there's always the looming threat of relocation, unless you pony up cash for a new stadium every 25 years or so. Still, some fans do a better job than others at managing all the stresses of fandom and cheering for their guys until the end. But still, there are some NFL teams that have horrible fan bases. Welcome back to Fumble Central. In today's video, we'll be ranking the top 5 worst NFL fan bases of 2022. Before we go further, comment down below, who do you think are the top 5 worst NFL fan bases? Some of you may be triggered by this video, but don't take any offense to it. Now before we actually come up with our top 5 worst NFL fan base list, let's take a look at this chart, Twitter data. For example, tweets containing phrases like Cowboys fans are the worst. Looking at this chart, the Cowboys are in a majority lead for having the most disliked fans. And then after them is the Philadelphia Eagles, Pittsburgh Steelers, Chicago Bears, and Buffalo Bills. If we look at the bottom of the list, the Colts and 49ers have the least disliked fans. And that's pretty interesting. But with that taken into consideration, let's go ahead and make our top 5 list. Honorable mention, Los Angeles Rams. Truth be told, Rams fans aren't so bad. Their team is exciting, high-flying, and features Aaron Donald, currently the best football player on the planet. There should be plenty there to attract fans, but if you watch any of their games on television, you see a lot of empty seats. The weather is great, the product on the field is great, the population base is the second largest in the country, so what gives? Los Angeles is certainly a Lakers-Dodgers town, but the NFL is the most popular league in the country, and it stands to reason that a powerhouse team would pique interest. The Rams just don't seem to move the needle like they should. And considering they just built SoFi Stadium, you would expect more fans to show out, but for some reason that's just not the case. But maybe after winning the Super Bowl this season, more people will hop on the Rams bandwagon, and I'm definitely not looking forward to it.
This is dedicated to all Los Angeles!
Los Angeles already has plenty of great teams. It almost seems like their stadium is filled with rich people only. Having seated over 100,000 people for the Super Bowl, there is plenty of room for fans to hop on the bandwagon. Number 5, the New Orleans Saints, the NFL's most aggressive fan base. Visitors to the iconic New Orleans Superdome report encountering one of the NFL's most aggressive and occasionally violent fans. From throwing beers on the field, cheering injuries to opposing players, and even assaulting opposing fans, the internet is flooded with reports of Saints fans behaving badly. To make matters worse for NFL fans traveling to watch their team play in New Orleans, some commenters on the NFL subreddit have claimed security at the Superdome is so lax and used to the vile behavior that they are sometimes unable or unwilling to respond to fan complaints. Thankfully, visitors to New Orleans also report the majority of Saints fans are friendly on game day, despite engaging in a bit of friendly banter. It's possible that Saints fans are simply following the lead of longtime head coach Sean Payton. A 2012 NFL investigation revealed that from 2009 to 2011, Saints players were rewarded through a bounty program that paid cash directly to players who could injure opposing players and knock them out of the game. Now that's just ridiculous. Among other penalties, the findings led Payton to receive a full season ban for 2012, a first for any coach in NFL history. Number 4, Pittsburgh Steelers, terrible towels and terrible fans. Steelers fans are known for traveling all over the nation to watch their favorite team play. The fan base is also known for being one of the most spread out groups of NFL fans, with numerous clubs and fan organizations littered throughout the world. A city built on steel industry, Pittsburgh now operates 0 steel mills within its city limits. Perhaps this is why many of its fans left the city in the latter half of the 20th century to plant their Steeler fan roots elsewhere. The spread of Steelers fans throughout the United States has not come with a particularly warm welcome from other teams' fans. One of 2 only NFL teams with a record 6 Super Bowl wins, the Steelers fan base is known for bragging and bandwagoning. That is, fans who only support the team by jumping on the bandwagon when they're winning, and nobody likes those type of people. With much success over the last 15 seasons, Steelers fans have developed a reputation for being overly cocky and arrogant towards other NFL fans. Opposing fans also express extreme irritation with the thousands of terrible towels waved by Steelers fans, no matter which stadium they're at. Number 3, the Dallas Cowboys, aka America's team. The Dallas Cowboys haven't won multiple playoff games in a season since their 1996 Super Bowl winning campaign. And despite having only 7 10-plus win seasons in the last 25 years, the Dallas Cowboys boast the largest fan base in the NFL by a large margin. If Facebook likes are any indication, Dallas is really dominating the popularity contest. The Cowboys have over 8 million Facebook fans, nearly 2 million more than the second-place New England Patriots, with over 6 million. So what is it that causes Cowboys fans to be so unbearably confident? Like other teams on this list, the Cowboys have fans that are worldwide, many of whom hop on the team's bandwagon when they're winning. To add fuel to this fire, Cowboy fans enjoy some of the nicest toys in the league on game day. In 2009, the franchise opened AT&T Stadium, aka Jerry World, at the cost of $1.3 billion. 7 years later, in 2016, the team opened the Ford Center, a $1.5 billion state-of-the-art practice facility in Frisco, Texas. These high-end facilities have caused other NFL fans to label Cowboy fans as spoiled. Despite taking place 25 years ago, winning 3 Super Bowls in 4 years seems to have left Dallas fans with a false sense of confidence, as they claim that each season, this is our year, but really it never is.
I knew it. All that talking, bro.
Number 2, New England Patriots. New success, new fans. Is there a more spoiled fan base in any sport, let alone the NFL, than the New England Patriots fans? Winning all of its NFL records, 6 Super Bowl championships since the 2001 season, the Patriots are without a doubt the most successful NFL franchise of the 21st century. In fact, they're the only team with more than 2 Super Bowl wins since 2000. With newfound success also comes newfound fans, much to the ire of diehards for less successful teams. Just like the millions of baseball fans who hold a disdain for Yankee fans, most NFL fans see New England fans as opportunists, looking to enjoy the spoils of yet another Super Bowl win. And when it comes to spreading their negative reputation around the country, Pats fans don't need any help. New England fans are some of the most well-traveled in all professional sports, and cities hosting the fair-weather fan base have to put up with what many describe as the loudest, most obnoxious fans anywhere. Maybe they've simply had their egos inflated a bit too much by a total of 12 Boston professional sports championships since 2000. They're definitely living their best life over there, but we wonder how many of these diehard fans have ever actually been to New England, and how many just want to be on board for the next championship. Number 1, Philadelphia Eagles, the worst fans in professional sports. After the Eagles won the franchise's first Super Bowl in 2018, its fans celebrated by tearing down light poles, flipping cars, and lighting fires. That's right, Eagles fans terrorized their own hometown after winning the Super Bowl. That just doesn't make any sense. Following their 41-33 win over New England, Philly fans spent that night rioting, looting, and destroying property in their own city. Unfortunately, this sort of behavior shouldn't surprise us. Thanks to their long history of committing some of the most brazen acts of sports fan disobedience on record, these NFL fans have earned a reputation as the worst in American sports. Some of the more notable misdeeds committed at the hands of Philly sports fans include cheering the career-ending injury of legendary wide receiver Michael Irvin. That's just not a good look. And on that note, that wraps up today's video on ranking the top 5 worst NFL fan bases of 2022. What do you guys think? Comment down below your opinions, subscribe to Fumble Central, and drop a like for more videos.